Hello everyone, welcome. This will be just a pretty chill stream today. As you can see, we have a lot on our table here. Welcome. One second. I'm trying to make sure that this background music is playing for you guys. I don't think it is. So we're just gonna have to do this. Let's see. All right. All right, I think it's working now. I had no way of setting this up prior, by the way, so it's kind of just, it is what it is. All right. Sounds like it's now working. All right, so yeah, we got quite a lot on our table here. All of this, all of these cards, these are all either for specific decks or just general cards like these Dolgarads, the Wizard, Sakura Vendor Rage. This is more for heraldry beast stuff, but I'm just keeping it just in case. Ambluel and Desiree, which are in their prismatic ultis, which I like, and then I got an Astral Karibo. This is all of what you're seeing here are things that I pulled straight from the Rarity Collection or from the Alliance Insight packs. Okay. So yeah, we're just gonna get started. Also, pretty cool field center. If I don't say so myself, I like that. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing with this materia reactor, chaos elements, and the Diabell stuff, because I already ordered this stuff in the mail. It should be here in just a matter of a few days now. So I'm not really too worried about it. Okay. Yeah, we're also going to definitely get rid of a few decks. I have just way too many. I have a whiteboard over here. So on it, it says I have Blue Eyes Primite. I do have that Lab, White Woods, White Forest, the Bystial Mitsurugi stuff, which I'm still going to play Bystial Mitsurugi, but it'll be just more Mitsurugi than Bystial. Odeon Fiendsmith, Crystron Horus, and then I have Vanquish Soul, but I'm just waiting for the support because I want to play Vanquish Soul Canine. Turn 0 meta. Alright. That'll be pretty fun. Alright. Let's see. And if that music gets too loud, just, you know, let me know, I guess. Pretty sure my mic is too loud too. But yeah, we're just gonna get started here. So, I'm trying to get rid of a bunch of stuff. Like I said in one of my previous videos, I'm just not holding on to this stuff anymore. If the music gets too loud, just... Didn't mean for that to play like that. But yeah, I'm kind of done with holding on to a bunch of stuff here. Don't even know really where to start, so I guess I need to put some of this away. I actually want to play the agent deck again, and this stuff is really good for the agents, like the actual agent deck, the fairy deck. Problem with the deck is it used to be like a good like high tier 2 deck back in 2020 when their support dropped, mostly because of Crystron Hulk. That card was a godsend for that deck. That card made Christia Turbo go crazy. This is all for Yubel, this Unchained stuff, because I think Yubel's pretty good right now. To be frank, I don't really care what any of the quote-unquote top Yu-Gi-Oh players say. I think their tier lists are fucking garbage. So I like playing what I play, and I do well with it. I mean, shit, I'm never gonna let go of the fact that I got top 32 with Blackwings at height of tier format, or is it Rescue Ace, something like that. Steel Swarm, I do have this stuff. I wish I could show you guys, so maybe if I can move this stuff over so that way I can like show you guys what I'm looking at right now in my binder. Foolos. So I don't even know if you can really see that, but these are like my deck cores. Try not to like bend these cards. So this one is Steel Swarm. I know you can sort of see the top of it here. I'm hanging on to this only because of the Hidden Arsenal support stuff. And I'm supposing I've had this core for a very, 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 very long time, max rarity. And they have some of the most busted cards. I think I'm just missing Super Heliotropes, actually, was the one, yeah. But everything else is like their, you know, highest rarities, unless you consider dual terminal highest rarities. But regardless, yeah, I'm waiting for the announcement for the next Hidden Arsenal stuff, because they have some of the most busted tribute summon effects. Like Steel Swarm Moth, when it's tribute summoned by tributing a Steel Swarm like cell, which is a recurable just loop of a tribute fodder. You pay $1,000, target 2 cards your opponent controls, return the hand, which is crazy. Steel Swarm Sting is also a really good card. When it's destroyed, or not, sorry, when it's not destroyed, if it's just sent to the graveyard, you target a fusion, ritual, or synchro, destroy it. Like, some of their cards are actually insane, but they're just not a good cohesive deck. But I mean, even their trap cards, their spells, like, they have so much support. There's Ouroboros. So this is the Yubel stuff, which I'm actually playing. Dark World, which I'm hoping to play again one day, but I'm also not like a complete degenerate. Spiral, Chandra. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna get rid of Tenpai. I don't think I'm ever gonna play this deck again. I don't think it's that great of a deck anymore. Also, again, let me know if either my voice is too loud or if the music is too loud, because I think when I talk, it cuts off the music, which is fine. I don't think there was a way for me to like keep it going in the background, but it is what it is. So I'm definitely getting rid of Tenpai. I genuinely just don't like this deck. I tried to play it for so long, and it's just some of the most degenerate bullshit. And honestly, I'm just okay with getting rid of it, because I know that for a very long time, this deck is never going to be full power again, and I'm okay with that. So this will go in the tray binder. I'll keep Trident Dragian. I really don't mind keeping that, only because it's like a generic card, and I'm pretty sure you could use this in Edison. So I'll just put it with like, I'll just put it all the way up here. Dora, Sangen Kaiman, Sangen Furo, and Sangen Kaiho. Yeah, we're just gonna... honestly, if the deck was full power, I would probably still be playing it, but I don't think it ever will be. Keeping Karakuri. Obviously, I'm keeping Infernoid, because for those of you who don't know, I'm absolutely like one of the biggest soldiers of Infernoid. I love this deck. I hope to get more support. Ritual Beast, also love that deck. I took out my Dragon Ruler stuff because I'm building the deck, which is why you see it up here. This is all Ritual Beast stuff, which I don't think is good right now, only because of all the hand traps. I'm obviously keeping Blackwing because that's Natty and my and Natty's favorite deck of all, one of our favorite decks of all time. We absolutely adore this deck. Runic is just the Runic engine. Ooh, Centurion. I don't think this deck will ever be good ever again. I really don't. Like, it has the makings of a good deck, but I just think it's so mid now. Like, probably even below mid. I just don't think it's that good. I think this is like honestly like a side event deck. It was good not too long ago. I would have put this deck at like high tier 2, very low tier 1, you know, only a few formats ago, but I don't know, maybe it's worth keeping just because of like how expensive some of the cards still are. Maybe we'll get support, because it is in one of the deck building sets, and usually those sets always get some sort of like support. Drytron. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this deck can still clap some cheeks, I'm not gonna lie. But is it worth keeping? I don't know. Maybe. Oh, here's Ryuji, which I have this stuff for, which I am keeping because I'm still trying to figure out a way to actually make this deck playable. I really do want to make this deck playable. I think it has the makings of a playable deck. I'm just not sure how to go about it yet. Not yet. I'm pretty sure it'll keep getting support though. I doubt that they're just gonna let this deck go, because Sosei Ryuji Mistfa is such a broken card. There's no way they're just gonna let this whole deck go without seeing even more support. Millennium, I'm definitely gonna get rid of Millennium. I genuinely think this deck is pretty bad. I mean, but it's an engine too, right? Is it a good... Does anyone even play this as an engine anymore, though? Like, I really don't think so, right? I don't think anyone plays this deck. Like, even as an engine. I don't even think the Millennium engine is that good. Puts up bodies, which is awesome, but just as it is itself, I think I'd rather just kind of get rid of it all. Plus, I mean, it's fine because I didn't have like the highest rarity of stuff in here, except for specifically the Exodia pieces. I got the what we would consider to be, I guess, the highest rarity, not most value, but I did have an all QCR set of the Exodia stuff, which is pretty cool. I always like the fact that I had this stuff. Pretty nice. I don't know if the shine is, I don't know. I just really like how these look. But I think it's okay to get rid of all of it. I'm not really too concerned about it. This will get some good money back for it. I think there's one more deck in here. Yeah, Paleo. I'm always gonna keep Paleo. I really like Paleo. I don't think it's a good deck. I just think it's one of the more fun decks. I don't think there was anything. I could put the Regenesis core in here, so I'll keep this binder to the side for now. One second. Okay, let's just get back into it. Next binder. I need to move all this stuff up a little bit. We're just gonna. The rest of my White Force stuff is coming eventually, but I think it's gonna be here Tuesday with the rest of my pre-orders. Alright, this is my bigger binder. It has quite a lot of stuff in it. Just move all this. Ooh, sorry, hit the mic. This is a funny story. So Edison Koikimeru got bought out after I bought a core of all this. There's actually video on it, I forget where, but of people buying out Koikimeru, and I'm pretty sure I was the cause for that. I bought like Ghost Rare Maximuses, Ghost Rare like Beetles, and all this other stuff, the Graveros, because I really like the deck, and I wish that they were getting better support or just made more playable. I think some of the cards are really funny, like Sandman, Overload, Wall, And then the other one that's played like actually like Quick Mirror Guardian or whatever it's called. Crystal Beast. I'm pretty sure this deck, like, there's no way this deck won't get support one day, right? Is it worth keeping Crystal Beast? Well, this card definitely doesn't belong here. Vernisylph Corolla. It's probably worth keeping Crystal Beast. I would suppose it's a deck that always gets support. Ghost Trick is one of my favorite decks. So is Psyframe. This is getting new support. I have a lot of the max rarity stuff for this, except for the Hungry Burger. I'm just missing a CR Hungry Burger, but otherwise I have the at tables at CRs. Sword Soul, or like Tenyi Sword Soul rather. Oh, here's the deck I want to play. So let's... Oh, I really do want to try this deck. It's always had potential. Just don't know how much potential. You can play 1, 2... two Laogeths. I think you're still playing the Venus, right? 2 Venus, 1 Sanctuary. That sounds about right. Christia. Iatos. Let's take this stuff out. It's all very packed in here. Fluto and Master. Night Lord. Yep. I don't know how much of this we're actually going to end up playing in the deck, but we'll find out. Venus. Earth. Don't know why this isn't in a sleeve. I think that's from the Mega Pack. Let's just grab... Now it's in a sleeve. Agent of Entropy. I don't know if that's worth playing. It might be good as a one-of. At this point. Maybe I'll just keep it as a one-of. Shine Ball, I'm pretty sure you still play 3 of that, unfortunately. Neptune, you're definitely playing 3 of. I always liked Course in the Sky. Obviously Sanctuary in the Sky. There's the other 2 Master Hyperions. And the Agent of Miracles Jupiter. I don't think we'll need Guardian Iatos because we have the other new fairy support, all this stuff. So I'm going to leave this as a deck right here because I do want to try. Fabled getting new support. Heretic, I've hoped for one day. Phantom Knights, just, you know, another good favorite deck of mine. Trickstar, which just got support, so I'm not going to get rid of it yet. Wind Witch, which should be in line for the next girl that gets support. Dino, this is more my friend Adam's deck. Like I kind of want to get rid of it, but at the same time it's like, oh, excuse me. The problem is if Misk ever comes back to more than 1, that goes crazy. Crazy bananas. Oh, yeah, I can get rid of this shit. Odd Eyes. I don't think this deck is going to be doing anything ever. Plus, honestly, like, the whole problem with this deck is how overly complex it is now. You have to run all these like bricks. Adai's Arc Pendulum Dragon though, crazy card. But yeah, I think I can honestly just like, right? I'm pretty. Well, I can keep this. That's a. I like the deck. It seems so crazy sometimes. Now let me take them all out and read them. Most likely I'm just coping on this deck, but the Odd Eyes Fusions, I'm pretty sure those were kind of expensive at one point. Dissolver was a good card. I have to like organize this too. I know Seer was like a big card in the deck. Sky Iris 2. I guess, oh no, I have other Vortexes, I'm not worried about that. Skull Corbats and the other Valet. Yeah, I did, funny enough, I actually do have an ulti Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon. I don't think it's a good card. I don't think most of this deck is good, but then I have the Alt Arts and the other Phantom Dragon, Spiral Flame Strikes, Raging, and Anthelion. Could probably at least organize this a little bit. These can probably just stay with me because those are just good cards. Sky Iris. This says you can target one perform Pala Iris card in your grave, add it to hand, then destroy this card. Then you would Pendulum Summon it. Honestly, like, I don't think that there's any individually bad card. I think it's just too complex of a deck for the amount of bricks that you have to run. So I think I'm just going to get rid of it at the end of the day. I know Dissolver was actually played in the Endymion build back in 2019. Alright, where's the other butlers? All these go. Yugo Golem, which I think this is like a fusion one, right? Yeah, this is kind of like a mid card. Not too worried about it. Astrograph, bunch of one-ofs. God, that Persona Dragon looks so good. I'm actually going to keep that one. And the Noble Dragon, because I know that's played in some other decks. Astrograph is played in some other decks. Deidrin is just a regular card. Okay. I think the rest of this can just go. So this will just go with the generic random stuff. Alright, well, goodbye, Odd Eyes. Union. Union's pretty good. I think I'll try to place again at some point. Trap Tricks. I really don't want to get rid of because I just like 3 months ago I bought the highest rarity of all the stuff in here. Except for the whole Nightmare. That was the last ulti I was missing. But otherwise I got like the Astro Pack Mermelios, the gold ulti rare, fucking whatever you want to call it, Dioneas, the ulti Rafflesia. I'm gonna hang on to this for now. Obviously, oh yeah. So this is actually interesting. I do want to play Cyber Dragon. I know the support was pretty good. I don't know if if the deck is good. I think going first now, you can put up something like 3 or 4 negates or interruptions now. I think you do have to run like a fair amount of bricks though. I think you just drop down Cyber Dragon to 1, right? Which is funny because I do have you're only running 1 Cyber Dragon now, but I have 3 of these fucking ghost rares. I really want to use all of them. This sounds pretty fun. Yeah, apparently you only run 1 now. I think this is probably something I'm gonna have to come back to because I do really want to play it. I just don't know if it's actually like worth building it. Let me look up the list real quick because I want to look up what the lists are for Cyber Dragon and see if I even have I'm very interested in rebuilding the Cyber Dragon deck with the new Jormungandr, because I think it's like 1 Worm, 1 Jormungandr, 1 Sidra. What was it, like 3 Claw, 3 Core, 1 Horizon, 1 Chimera, 1 Nexter, and then I don't know what it is past that, so I'm gonna have to figure that out. I don't know. Yeah, all right, I'll come back to this. Plunder Patrol. We're still waiting on the Wind Ship. But I think when it comes to Mannadium, I can definitely get rid of this stuff. I don't think this deck, because this deck was only good because Barone. But it's also very generic, isn't it? The whole thing is kind of like a sub-engine. Like, you can play Calarium in any of the lore decks. Because it's just adding Visas. And I think the next is Dragoonity, which I'm definitely keeping because I fucking love this deck. Fossil Warrior. Okay. Machina, Trains, Gishki. And my max rarity Dogmatica stuff, which I do need to take. I think I already put the Nadir Servants in the Mitsurugi stuff. I don't think you're playing Punishment or anything like that. No, I think I already have everything that I'm going to be playing in there. And Constellar, Stellar, the only reason I'm not getting rid of this is because I spent so much on getting the max rarity of stuff like Ghost Deltaros and Ulti Deltaros. Like, I just don't want to get rid of it because of... Honestly, part of it is nostalgia, but also the amount of money I spent on those cards. Still trying to get the most value out of them. I'm gonna put this binder down here. I'm gonna move on to the next binder. So, this is one of my oldest binders, which I'm surprised has held up this long. Numeron, which is just a funny deck. I'm definitely getting rid of Sharks. I don't think this deck is just good anymore, and I don't see it being good in the near future. Which sucks because I do like the Shark archetype, but Konami does not. They see a problem with it. I even picked up these quarter century Abyss ones. Thoughts on Konami? My thoughts on Konami. I've addressed this a few times. I think Konami... Okay, let me preface. A lot of people give Konami a lot of shit, and those are the Yugi tubers that I refuse to watch because they're so singleton-minded, and they just kind of barf out whatever their fucking Yugi tuber best friends are saying, right? Their little butt buddies. I think Konami has the right idea when it comes to the game. I think how they continuously implement based on financial needs is where the problem is. I think they do care about the players. I think they care in their own way, and sometimes they don't show it appropriately, like with prizing. Yes, other TCGs do it better. Absolutely. But then that begs the question of, why are we here? If so many Yugi tubers and players hate Konami so much, then why do they keep playing? There's something. There's got to be something there that's worth staying for, right? For me, it's the community. I think we do have a good community. I think there are bad apples in every community, just like how I have friends in One Piece and who play One Piece, who play Magic, who play Pokemon, who play Goat format, who play Edison. There's bad apples in every single format of a game, but that doesn't define the entirety of the game itself. That being said, Konami has a lot to work on. They don't always do the right thing per history, and sometimes they do alienate the player base, but I don't think that's just a Konami problem. I think a lot of other games have done that. I mean, look at Magic the Gathering's history with how they treat product and players. It's not just a Konami problem. But yeah, I think Konami has the right idea, but the wrong implementation of how to continue forward with their game. And I hope it changes soon, because I think Yu-Gi-Oh! Is in need of a grandiose, bigger change. But otherwise, I'm not gonna lie, I support them. And I kind of wish that so many Yu-Gi tubers would stop talking so much shit about them. Because here's what we have to remember is, if we keep talking shit on the company that gives us this game, do you really think they're going to be willing to keep supporting the player base, or do you think they'd rather just cut off the game entirely? You know what I mean? Like, how long are you going to support a game where the entire player base constantly just rips on you until you're like, well, fuck them, we're just canceling the game total. Fuck these players, fuck the game, fuck whatever money we're making. We'll just continue on making something else because we're a multi-million, bajillion, fucking quintillion dollar company. That's what people need to understand, is eventually people are like, whoever is up there at Konami at some point, maybe not today, maybe not in a week, maybe not in a month, maybe not for the next 20, 30 years, but at some point they're going to say, well, clearly people hate this game, they hate us, we're getting constantly bashed on by Yu-Gi tubers, so we're just going to stop the game, period. No more events, no more product, it's over. And like, I know if I was being an adult and if I was in charge of a company and every single day you're getting ripped on, I mean, you can't expect them to wake up happy every day. Once, like, every time they wake up and they see a live stream of Konami support is shit, Konami themselves are greedy, co-money, right? All these all the dialogue around it. But that's my opinion, is they have their heart in the right place, just not in the way it should be. They should care more about the player base, they should care more about the prizing because they can afford it. I don't know, that felt more like a rant, but I guess that's my thoughts on there. It's kind of disjointed in thought process there, but there's just so much to talk about when it comes to Konami. I don't know. I'm gonna leave it at that. I obviously, I'm well aware so many people disagree with me, but as far as my own friend group, at least, I know we all think the same, and that's pretty supportive in the mindset of, like, not this hive mind, but rather I'm also aligned with people that think Konami is trying to do moderately well, but they just don't always do well. It's like, what's that saying? It's like, good people don't always do good things. And that's kind of how I view Konami, or even like Wizards of the Coast, or whatever company, Bandai, is they're good companies that don't always do good things. And I think that's where the conversation should be. Hopefully that helped. For whatever information you might have been trying to grab out of that. I'm just tired of hearing it, basically. I'm just tired of hearing people on YouTube bash Konami all the time. I stopped caring. I'm just like, you guys have this insane egomaniacal thought process behind Konami being the ultimate villains here. But honestly, like, dude, like, let's be real. There are worse people who play the game than there are people working at Konami. Like, think about third-party sellers and how much they price hike, you know, wanted cards on Card Market or on Kong's Cards or on Gamer's Choice or on TCG Player. Like, how about we talk about the price of cards being the way they are because of third-party sellers? Do we not see that as a huge problem? Because I see that as a gigantic problem. Evil Eye. This deck has so much potential, man. So much wasted potential. I wonder if this deck will ever get support ever again. Zodiac, Punk, they're getting new support, so I'm keeping that. Oh my god, this deck. Jesus Christ. Yeah, Utopia. I don't think this deck is ever going to be good. I think I could probably just get rid of this deck at this point. I don't think it's going to do much at this current junction in time. If I ever need this stuff, I can always pick it up at another point. Remember when Kashtira was first released and these things were like would they go up to like $7, $10, $15, something like that? Astro Kariba was a hell of a pickup back then. I'm glad I picked them up when they were super cheap. All right, let's get rid of this deck. Anything I can keep though, I will. Like Utopia Double's fine. Zexal Construction's probably worth keeping. Utopia Kaiser. That's probably generic enough to keep. The rest of this is specific for ZW, ZS, and all that. Utopia Dragonar. There's this. I love this version, how dark it is. Dragonar's probably just generic enough to keep. Tornado Bringer, Rising can go. Oh, here's UDF. Ascended Sage. I love Ascended Sage. Dude, the artwork on Ascended Sage is definitely some of my favorite. Look how beautiful. Like, seriously, that is such a well-designed, beautiful card. So cool. Utopic Sage, Utopia the Lightning, Leo Utopia, right? That's the negate, I think. Yeah. Double or Nothing can stay, because that's generic. Gaga Magician. This has always been a pretty generic card. Utopia Beyond. I think this is generic. The attack of all your bonds must become 0. Detach. I guess that's generic. No, I'd rather just sell that. I don't think this is ever going to come up. This is from Mega Pack 15. Jesus. Yep. Let's see. So I'm going to put all this here. All this stuff can go here. Onomatopoeia. I think the thing is you can use the Onomod engine. This can go. Onomata Pickup is generic. I'll keep any rank up spell. Change Tactics, Numbers Protection. This is Utopia specific. Utopia Ray V. Zexal Force is pretty generic. Arm Sage, Ascended Sage, those can all go. The Bancho, the Glove can all stay because those are generic. Utopic Onomatopoeia. ZW Pegasus Twin Saber can go, that's specific. I guess I'll just keep 2 copies of it. Astraltopia. What does this card even do again? I mean, it's generic, I guess. It's not like much to save. Okay. Alright, and I think everything else can go, like the Ascended Sages. It's crazy though, because I feel like all this stuff is so generic, right? Like, Ascended Sage doesn't lock you into anything. It's just if it's used like Xyz Materia, add a rank up spell. But I think that's the problem, is like it has to flow in with the other decks. Right, because I think like your biggest starters were stuff like this. And the Gagaga stuff. So I want to keep this because it's still an engine. And that's something I've definitely learned over the years, is always keep stuff that is an engine. Weather Painter, I think we're still missing a color, right? I'm pretty sure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I think we're missing 1 color. It might be the red one. Because I think it's per attribute or something like that. I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure we're still missing 1. Honestly, I'm just insect pile. This will never be good in a million years, unfortunately. I've tried with Natty to make this deck so good for so long, and we did get to the point where we had a build during the height of Rescue Ace format where it was actually competing very well against Rescue Ace, but we just never like capitalized on that, so we just kind of let it go. Yeah, so many high rarity cards for this deck too. Light Flapper, Mighty Neptunes, the Troopers, all the Battle Wasp stuff being like ultras. Just get rid of all this. I don't think we need any more. Yeah, I'll organize it in a second, but I mostly just want to get rid of this stuff first. Scary Moth is so funny. That's a funny floodgate, so I guess I'll just keep that. All the TCG exclusive cards. Doomdozer, that is good for Edison. I think you can use that in Edison. 1-for-1 instant fusion, ready fusion, contact seed. Those are all generic. I think there's more on this side. Yeah, there's a lot more. Anzectipede is also good. Wormbait is generic. Resonance Insects can go, I believe. Insect Imitation is old. Humongous. I kind of want to keep this Beargrim. Yeah, that's fine. I'll keep Beargrim, get rid of the rest. Giant Ball Game was a good card. And everything else can go. Bujin. I actually do have a QCR Sacrifice to place in here now with the regular Ultras. I have QCR Scouts coming too, I believe. And Monarchs, who are getting support. Because of that, I bought 3 of this, and then 3 of the Ethers in their new rarity. Galaxy Eyes, I always wanted this deck to be so good, and it just turns out so mid all the time. Deck is just such a mid deck. I don't think any level of support is ever going to make this deck competitively viable, but I also, like, I don't want to get rid of it, but I'm not seeing the point in keeping it either. I'll think about that one. All right, but anyway, this binder is done. So we're moving on. We have a staple binder, which will have to come later. Just trying to do all of the archetype stuff. This is another staple binder. Okay, here we go. Dinomorphia. Oh, here's the Vernisylph stuff, which the only reason I even keep the Vernisylph stuff is because it's all just engine. Like you cannot play this deck on its own, but I mean it's used in stuff like Madolche or like Earth Fairy. Dinomorphia is fine. I still do like that deck. Honestly, I can get rid of all this rocket stuff. Except for Tracer. I can keep Tracer and Apsarouter. Everything else can go. This is such a funny fact. I didn't know this card did this. You can banish a card from your opponent's extra deck. It's funny. Too bad the deck is so past its prime. Rocket Synchron can stay, because that's used in a lot of different decks. I think Apsarouter is used in like general Dragon Link as well, so I guess I'll just keep that. I think Recharger was one of them too. I think Magna Rocket can go. What were people using this for? Weren't they using it as like an interrupt because you could target it? Like you yourself as the player could target this, then destroy it and send a card to the grave, I think. And Rocket Tracer can obviously stay. He's already sleeved up. That's surprising. Surprised I even remembered to do that. But yeah, Rocket Tracer is very generic. Oops, sorry for hitting the mic there. I'm just gonna sleeve this. I'll keep all this rocket stuff because this is like the generic engine. Oh, here's the Koikimeru Guardian in the Raging Battle Super print. I love this card. One day, Adamancipator will be good again. DD, I'm so good at this deck, and that's the problem, is because it's such a bad deck. But I don't want to get rid of it yet. Red Dragon Archfiend, the Primite stuff. Time Lord, oh my god, how much I love Time Lords. The only reason I can't get rid of this is because there are certain cards that have been used in this deck for removal, like Metaion, Zaphion, Camion. Furhire could probably come back one day. Volcanic is still not terrible, even with Bonfire at 1. You can still... I think they still have everything they need FDK, funny enough. Melodious. Spellbook. I mean, they gave Dragon Ruler support. What are the odds that Spellbook gets some new support, right? Glad Beast, Tri-Brigade. This is different than the stuff in the other binder. This was for something else, I just forget what. Doesn't matter, I guess. Sky Striker, Flu, Cash. Yeah, honestly, as fun as the Kyryushin deck is, I think it's time to go. I don't think this deck will ever do anything good. You know, funny enough, I think as long as like stuff like Merlantian is alive, I don't think it'll ever do anything. I wonder if this deck ever topped a regional in the time that it was out. I don't think so. I know that the Warrior of Atlantis is still an expensive card. They're like $19 a copy at their peak. This is the Odeon stuff. I'm trying to get max rarity Necros for the support because I want to try it. Dark Lord. I'm praying for this deck. And that's it. I'm gonna sell all of this at like a regional. Mathmech. These decks will always get support just because they're fan favorites. Branded will probably stay. I mean, I don't have to keep all of it. I could just keep like the engine, like Cartesias, the Quests, the Branded Fusion, Mirror Jade, Lubellion, Albion. Could just keep all that. I don't know. Yeah, Gravekeepers can go. What a funny deck. Commandants. I think some of this can be used in Edison if I'm not mistaken. But I don't think people do that. I think mostly people just grab the Gravekeeper Spy and the Guard. Throne. I will keep the field spell Necro Valley just because like obviously the field spell itself is good. It's a good floodgate. Temple and Supernaturalist. I'm pretty sure Gravekeepers, when their support dropped all those years ago, actually did top an event. I just don't remember what it was. Predaplant, Red Eyes. What a funny deck. I want to get rid of this stuff so bad, but I cope so hard on thinking that one day they're gonna eventually make support that ties all of this stuff together. You know? Agido! The Tearlaments right next to Sprite. I don't think there's anything in there I want to get rid of. This is my baby. My god, I love Endymion Mythical Beast. One day Electromite will come back, and then that deck will be good again. Generic Chaos stuff, Thousand Eyes, Abyss Actor, Salad, Mech Knight, Prank Kids. One day. I'm playing Lab, so that's all out of the binder. Eldritch. I do have the support right here. I actually kind of want to try this deck with Horus again, because I did really well the last time. I wonder if I have the big fusion, because I have this Fallen Angel, but I think you need what's it called? I can't even remember the name of it. The Mad Golden Lord or whatever it's called. The gigantic fusion. Oh, is that Delta? Do I have 3 Delta in here? I do. So I do have the Deltas. So I think I have everything except the big old fusion boy. Guardian. Adelantado. Cursed Eldland. Elixir. Akero. Oh no, I do have it. Okay. I wonder if you only play one of it. I'd have to look up the deck list. I don't think it's expensive by any means, but I do want to try this deck again with Horus, just because I think it's kind of good. Do I take it out now? I mean, what? I'd probably put back Odeon. Now I'm thinking about it. I don't know if Odeon's going to be that good right now. That deck really struggles going second. We'll see how many decks I put back. You know what? I'll do this now. I'll just take it out now. So that way I don't have to take it out later. Golden Boys. Hakero. Sanguine. Conquistador. Black and White Awakening. Delta. Eldland. You probably would... Wait, does the new trap reset the Golden Land? It has to be a banished one, so I don't know how you're gonna reset. Is there a way to banish Golden Land forever in the deck? I don't think so. You probably just play one Guardian for the discard, like I did for that deck profile. I think that's fine. Yeah, this should be fine. So we are going to put this up here. Oh god, this one's rough. I really do want to get rid of all this stuff. The Noble Knights. What a disappointment. As soon as Isolde was banned, this deck just flopped so hard. Ah, man. Trying to decide if I want to get rid of this or not. Alright, I'll be right back. Okay, got a delivery. Had to go get it. Just gotta make sure this thing works. But yeah, overall, I'm like fairly certain at this point that Noble Knight will never make a return. It might just be worth getting rid of at this point. Ooh, that was close. Almost just broke a $400 camera. Let's see here. There we go. Just for this. Need to make sure that it was working. Okay. Looking good. Alright, well, let's continue on then. Figure that out later. Basically, I think I'm gonna get rid of this shit. Charles, Angelica, Roland. I think I'll keep just like the very generic stuff. Isolde is just a banned card, so I don't know what to do with that. That's just kind of like an it is what it is kind of thing, huh? Museum and the Third Charles. Heritage can probably stay. Metal Silver, this can stay. Bradamante. Emperor Charles the Great was indeed a fantastic Link monster. Probably like the only Link monster that I wasn't mad about. Gearfried. These are from Toon Chaos. I ain't giving those up. Those cost me a pretty penny. Sublimation Knight and the Squeak Knight are an engine, so I'm gonna keep that. There's a little one-card combo thing there. Huh? We got Ogier, Roland, and that's it. So all these decks can go. Gonna fix this real quick. And that's it. Moving on to the next one. Alright, this is the last archetype binder. So we got Fire King, which I have all of the Fire King cards, and even Bonfire Colossus. You know, funny enough, I keep coming back to this deck because I feel like it's still decent. I don't think it's a bad deck. Vanquish Soul's out because I have it built. I don't know about Earthbound yet. I'm definitely not getting rid of Ancient Gear. I fucking love this deck. Ice Barriers, okay. Super Heavy. Oh, here is this stuff, which I have some stuff for. I got the Wusos, Usu. Mirror. Boundary. And the 3 copies of Tempest. Which all that's left is the Quick Play, Habakiri, and the super rare monster that's a 3 of. Which I can make room for that, that's fine. Because all I have to do is put these Kusanagis with this one, and then I have room. I want to keep as much Mitsurugi stuff as possible, by the way, because obviously I have like repeats in here. Specifically because I think the deck is just like good on its own and as an engine, so I want to have a surplus of it. Goblin Bikers. I could probably sell that stuff, because I don't think Goblin Biker is going to be doing anything. I mean, the lore is still going on, right, for White Force, so maybe. I guess we'll see. Orcust I have built for next format. Ragnarika. Never getting rid of my Dark Birds. Cristrons are built. Magispectors. More hero stuff. Gimmick Puppet. I'm just waiting for Field Spell back at 3. Or for different support. Magical Musketeers. I'm hoping they get support one day. Dark Magician is getting support. Maybe their own structure deck. Here is the other Pendulum stuff, which is fine because that's like the generic stuff. Gate Guard. I could probably get rid of Gate Guardian though. I don't think this deck is doing anything anytime soon. I could probably just get rid of this stuff. I just have all secrets of this stuff. So silly. Double secret Suijin, double secret Kazejin. I'm pretty sure I have 2 secret rare, or maybe I just have the 1 Song of the Thunder, because I think you only played 1. Yeah, I had really high expectations for this deck, and man was I let down. Like, I wasn't supremely disappointed. It really wasn't a bad deck. Like, I'll give it to Konami. They did really, really well with what they had to work with. They tied the archetype up really well. And they gave it a lot of interruption, a lot of recurability. They made all the monsters like very sticky. But yeah, I mean, outside of that, they just never did enough. Because you still have to run the Prisma package. And what they should have done is just have the Prisma package be something like an archetype, like a level 4 Gate Guardian monster that can copy the name. Like, what I think what really would have helped the deck is if they had a normal summon level 4 that said on summon you can put Kazejin, Suijin, or Sangha in the spell trap zone, and whichever one you choose, this monster becomes that name. So if you send Sangha, the monster becomes Sangha. You know what I mean? Like, that would have been crazy. Or if you really want to go crazy, you could have been like, on summon, normal or special, put 1 of the 3 pieces in your spell trap zone, then declare 1 other name, and it becomes that other name. So it's a 1-card fusion summon. That would have solved all of Gate Guardian's problems. That would have been insane if they just gave him a level 4 like that. Just a 1-card fusion into something like the spell trap negate, so that way if you had more combo, you were insulated from stuff like imperm or maybe even droplets depending on what they sent, right? That would have been crazy. This is Counter Fairy, which I'm never getting rid of because this deck cost me an arm and a leg. For all like the ultis and ultras and all that, I'm not selling that. Blue Eyes, which I'm pretty sure I'm going to put away Blue Eyes Primite. I don't think it's gonna do that well next format, so I might get rid of that. Cubic, my god, I love this deck. I'm only holding on to it because I think support will be there eventually. The Toy Engine, Crusadia can definitely go. This deck will definitely not be coming back anytime soon. We have three. I think we have 3 Drago as well. Yeah, 3 Reclusia, 3 Draco, 1 Leonis. Succession is generic. World Crown, World Lance. Let's see, we got Magius, which is one of the best Link ones to ever grace the game. God, this card was so good. It's such a broken ass card. Spatha and Regulix. Let's see. All right. All right, so we're getting rid of that. Oh, here's the other horror stuff, which I guess I'll just take out because I want to play, or I want to at least test Eldritch. I don't think we need Quebess enough. I think with Duamatef and Happy is probably good enough. Yeah, I think it'll be fine. I think I'm just gonna do that. Therion, let's see. This is all like generic reptile support stuff. Yeah, see, this is a deck I always struggle with, is like Shining Sark. I feel like they have such good potential, but I don't know if they're getting any more support, right? If they get more support, I'll play it. But I just don't know if they ever will. And the cards themselves are kind of expensive. Like Future Silence was a pricey secret rare. This whole archetype was such high rarity for such a mid archetype. I know they got the Dark Magician Girl announced. I guess what I'll do is I'll probably wait until like maybe a set or two after Duad, and if they don't get anything past that, then I'll just get rid of it. White Forest, which I'm actively playing. Pearly, which still not a bad deck, and if Delicious and Sleepy ever come back to 3, then the deck is crazy. Alright, so in total, we got rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 decks, and then this was just the remainder of the Rocket stuff, which I'll just parse out. Natty will probably take them. That leaves us with a whole lot of generic stuff. A whole brick of just generic cards that can be used. Still have all this stuff. This for Yubel. I'm gonna throw out all these penny sleeves that I don't need. Okay. So all of this stuff has to go in like trade cell binders, but I have to take them all out of the sleeves, which is going to be fucking nightmare. All right. Where do we start? Actually, I kind of want to figure this out real quick. Christia. And then I think all this is fine. All right, I think the agent stuff stays without a doubt. At least all the generic ones. Master Hyperion, Majesty Hyperion. I think Chorus and Sanctuary are probably gonna stay. Well, if you want to... Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. If you want to get into Yu-Gi-Oh, to be honest, there aren't many good guides. I would say, unironically, and I mean this wholeheartedly, I would just stay away from Yu-Gi tubers that have like a how to play Yu-Gi-Oh kind of thing. Instead, I would say literally pick up a structure deck manual, a starter deck manual, look up official guides, read the official Konami rulebook. I would say start there, because there is a lot, and I don't think, you know, I've been playing this game for 20 years, and the most I learned is from trial and error, from physically playing the game at locals, talking with judges, reading the rule book, studying rules, learning about interactions, not by like sitting in front of a computer and trying to play by play memorize what people are doing. I learned from actually engaging and playing it. I mean, yeah, what I would say is, you know, there's a lot of videos I've posted of live duels and discussions, deck profiles. So those are always a good place to start if you're unsure if you just want to collect them, if you want to sell them, if you want to play them, what kind of player you are. There's a lot that goes into knowing where you're going to place yourself in this community. Just don't get dragged into the mistake of looking at YouTube videos that have tier 0 deck, this deck is unstoppable. Like, don't fall for all the clickbait, for the love of God. Just don't pay attention to that stuff. Just look for genuine guides. Yeah, One Piece is a fantastic game. I don't play it, but you know, that's the thing is, I have, this is a good example. I don't know how to play One Piece, but I know some parts of it because I'm surrounded by a lot of good people who play multiple games. So a lot of friends that I have that play One Piece have told me little bits here and there where, you know, at this point I could probably build like I'm probably like a blue deck. As far, I don't know the exact ones. I think I was looking at like a blue Luffy deck a little while ago, and I could probably jump into a game and make a lot of mistakes, but I could play along the way and have my opponent explain stuff to me well enough that I can follow along. I'll probably lose, but it's still the learning experience of playing it firsthand with someone who's more knowledgeable, so that way they can teach you, right? And that's what I'm saying is, if you want to play Yu-Gi-Oh, at least do yourself a favor and get a grounding idea of what it is you want to do by reading official rule books and guidebooks, official tutorials, reading the structure deck or starter deck, like manual guides on just how to normal summon, what that means, how to special summon, what that means, what setting a trap is, what activating a spell card is, what methods of summoning from the extra deck are, and how to go about it. You know, just get the very basics down, then go play. Make mistakes, learn actively from your mistakes, write stuff down. Don't just look up a video and think that you're gonna have it, because that's the worst thing that you could do. These cards are weird. I feel like this isn't a bad card. I feel like Hrimnir is a bad card to set up Vingolf's Blessing. Because tributing 3 fairies for cost to set Vingolf's Blessing but you can also tribute herself to summon herself back out. Send a light fairy from deck to grave. What would that even be? Neptune. It would just be Neptune, which isn't bad. Oh, well, thank you very much. Yeah, let me know if you need anything, man. Always here to comment. Join the Discord, whatever you want to do. Ask questions, email if you have any questions. I got you. See ya. I think Dawn Angel Combi can actually be played though. If you control no monsters or all monsters you control are fairy monsters, special summons cards. So it's just Eatos, but better. Tribute any number of fairy monsters, including this card. Special summon a fairy from your deck whose level equals the total of the tributed monsters. Oh no. Oh, had on field. So the total on field. Yeah, I was right. And then you're locked in the fairies. So that's actually not bad, because if you go if you normal Earth and they stop this and you have Cambi, you can special Cambi, whatever, tribute them to summon out Venus. And then Venus itself should be full combo from there still, as long as you're able to resolve Venus and get out 3 Shine Ball. Or if Venus gets stopped, you can tribute Venus to summon Agent of Destruction. It's probably not bad. I would say probably just having Vingolf's Blessing, leaving out Hrimnir, which is funny because it's level 9, but there's no tuner. If it's sent to the grave by card effect, which is just Vingolf's Blessing. So if you have Vingolf's Blessing, you can send Hrimnir, special summon it. You could send Neptune to get Sanctuary in the Sky. It has to be a light fairy, yeah. You could send Christia and then use Chorus to grab it back. Yeah, I'm gonna mess with this. I don't think Hrimnir is that good, because I don't think that there's another way to actually use it. Should be 3 fairy monsters from hand or field. Set a continuous spell, but send to the graveyard during your opponent's end phase. Then if this card is sent to the graveyard by a card effect, special summon a bit and banish it when it leaves the field. This has to be for like, this one feels like it's specifically for Valkyrie. Because really there's no way of using this in Agent. Which is fine, because this is still generic enough that I can just put it in like my monster binder. But yeah, there's a lot to this deck. Jesus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 24, 27, 30, 32. Which is only 8 spaces for non-engine, which would be what, like call by talents and then like 3 Perulia, 3 Fuelos. Yeah, we'll see about that. I don't think that's that good. We'll see. Alright, so we got a lot of stuff left over. I also have to organize this, so Seti, King Sark, Happy. 3. These have to go in a sleeve. These are the inner sleeves I use. They are Ultra Pro side load perfect fits. Now again, that's not saying that this deck is going to be anything close to good, but I do want to try it. It's not too long ago I brought, like 2 or 3 formats ago, I brought Horus Eldritch to locals twice, and I got first place twice with it. Alright, so non-engine, so that's 8, 10, 13, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 29. So 11, oh no, 10 non-engine, because we have also Guardian, which is fine. 10 non-engine's fine. I mean, at that point, I'm just putting in like, what, 2 Lava Golem, 2 Sphere Mode, something like that. Fua, Perulia, stuff like that. That's probably good enough. I think I was around the same range before too when I was playing at locals. I think it was just 10 non-engine. This is all stuff that needs to go into binders, actually. I think what I want to do before I go into that, because I'm gonna have to put a bunch of stuff away anyway. I'm going to look at my decks, see what I want to put away. I think, was this Yubel? No, this can't be Yubel. No, this is Yubel. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, because I was missing extra deck pieces. Alright, so let's get the extra deck out, actually. I can find it. Yep, okay, there we go. Alright. I was beginning to think I was missing my extra deck. Come on. There we go. Alright, so I just gotta put some of this in here. And I have still 2 more on the way. Yep, 2 more. So that's double Yama. I think I was only playing 2 Rage. So the one is just an extra one. And then the rest is just the typical stuff. So So I might be missing one extra card, which is fine. I'll figure it out. Yeah, it was 2 Yama. Oh, it was another Abao. Yeah, I got another Abao. 2 Rage. These were all... Well, Abao's a 2 of, but the rest were all 1 ofs. Then Phantom, the Loving Defender, and Varudris. Yeah, this should be fine. So I'm gonna put all this stuff away. I'm definitely playing Yubel. I genuinely think this deck is good. I don't think it's like what other people are saying, where it's not a great deck or can't compete. I think this deck fucks, dude. This deck is crazy. This is Mitsurugi, which I'm probably just gonna wait to mess around with that until the support arrives. This is White Forest, which I'm definitely playing. This deck is for sure gonna top a few YCSs. I think this is, yeah, okay, so this one is the Blue Eyes and Fiendsmith. This one is Crystron, I think. Should be. Yep, this is the massive Crystron deck. Love this deck so much, man. Look at these opening hands, man. Oh, beautiful. Look at that. God, I want to do a test hand of this real quick. Oh, where did this come from? I think, was this, Yubel? I think this was in front of Yubel. Alright, so I think you always special first. God, it's crazy. I even have the Ash if they have something like, what's it called? Fulos. Takitomborg. And then, yeah, you link those to Cherubini. Cherubini dumps Smiger. Smiger at Inclusion. Then you would go Solfafnir. Or no, you would normal summon Tristaros. Yeah. Now his hand's crazy. Wow. Yeah, I still love this deck. Maybe I'll bring this deck to locals. I think deck is crazy. So I actually don't have that many decks. I could take apart Bestial Control with the little Dragon Link package here. I did just get second place at the Allen sneak peek with it. I know I just posted that video, but yeah, that's a good hand. It's actually not bad. No, it's not bad at all. This actually is pretty decent. I mean, you just normal this, you link it for Pisty. You send Lubellion. Probably... What, a Saronir? And then you can go... Magnemite the Albaz. Summon. Send... Or use Magnemite, send it to Grave for Lubellion. Lubellion puts up Regained. And then you can link these two spheres. And then you can use Saronir on Pisty. Summon it. You could have used Dragon Ravine, actually. Like, if I went into Romulus, I could have added Dragon Ravine and sent something else. Which actually is probably a better play. So instead of spheres, you go into this, you activate it. That gets you Dragon Ravine. And you can use Dragon Ravine, sending the Ash Blossom. Could send Seifert. I think it's probably best just to send any other Bestial. Because you want one engraved for regained, because you're going to add the other one off of Magnemite. And then we can use Saronir, summon, banishing the Pisty, which I just banished, and then you can go effect, which allows you to shuffle and draw a card. Valor's pretty good. And then you can link these off. Or spheres. Oh, with Saronir, you can probably just send another Lubellion, because you don't really want to draw into it at this point. And then end phase, you would add Druis Worm. So that's pretty good. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So in between 4 to 7 disruptions, depending on 4 to 6 disruptions, depending on if you're going to use these or not for the cost of Albaz. I was supposed to put back Albaz, but I wasn't supposed to ban it. It wasn't Pisty. It was supposed to be Albaz, but it would have just been like this, not Pisty, which is fine. Yeah, this deck makes it really hard to want to get rid of it. I think it's positioned so well right now. I really do. I think this deck is just positioned so well into the format. Between like Mitsurugi and Blue Eyes and White Forest and Malice, I think it's just positioned so incredibly well. You don't even need that much to like stop your opponents at this point. I mean, that's a hand of all time for sure. It's hands like that that make me want to not play it. But then watch, this hand's gonna be crazy. Yep, that's insane. That's a wild hand. Just Seifert is so good, dude. I love that card so much. Let's see. What a beautiful hand. I wonder where this would go, actually. Would have regained. Do black metal, you link it for Pisty. Go effective black metal. Add red MD. Banish Pisty to special. Go effective regain, put back Pisty to draw a card. See what we get. It's not bad. Use the effect to summon out black metal. I think we just go for spheres, because we already have everything else we need. Spheres. Set 2. Use full metal to set max metal morph. So I have metal morph plus the fusion. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 interruptions. Not bad. It's such a simple deck too. Like, there's not a long, arduous combo. Oh. Regained. Normal. Link. For Pisty. Drawer Swarm, the Albaz. Effect of Regained. Draw a card. Oh, that's so good. Link. For Romulus. I'm getting so caught up in this. I'm supposed to be continuing to put back my cards, but getting lost in the sauce here. Go Romulus. Banish. Special Pisty. Ravine. Send Ash. Send Lubellion. Actually, you want to do Serenir. Serenir effect, send Lubellion. Lubellion tribute to summon. Effect to put up Beast. Do we... Yeah, for sure. So Magnemite, banish, Serenir, summon. Effect to add during end phase. And you can link these off for this. And then you can go Pisty effect. So you have a free tribute with anything really. And then you can add Baldrake and end phase. You have regained. That's a lot. Pop, ascend, a bounce. Special summon. So that's minimum 3 interruptions, and then if you're able to resolve spheres and get off Albaz with a draw beforehand, then that's 4 interruptions. Actually, no, 5, because you can go Albaz. If they summon a light monster, you can go Albaz into... oh, or rather, I should say up to 5, because I believe that they summon a light monster is what Albion needs. Yeah, light monster. And you super poly that off with Albaz. Then you can get into Albion, Albion effect, banish it, and Albaz to summon Mirror Jade, which is a 5th interruption. Yeah, I just don't think I want to get rid of this deck yet. I think it still has a lot of potential in there. So right now, I think what I'm in between getting rid of is oh, excuse me. Stretch it. It's like in between Blue Eyes and Odeon. I max rarity this Odeon deck, so I'm not trying to get rid of it yet. Except for the Fiendsmith stuff. Just the Odeon stuff I got max rarity, like all the CRs. So I'm really not trying to get rid of this deck just yet. I just know I should get rid of something. Wow, that is awful. Or any other hands like that? Just that hand. Of course, it's like just that hand. 3 Ash, Circuit, and just the field spell, which is not good. Yeah, I think this is why, like, I'm so hesitant on playing this deck, is because I feel like it can brick as often as Blue Eyes does. And that's quite a lot. That's quite a lot that it can brick there. Oh, I forgot to put the Shyama in Yubel. I gotta do that. What a disgusting hand. Engraver. Almost just lost that whole pile there. What am I adding here? Tract, I guess. And using tract. Add, I guess, Engraver, send Lurie. Lurie summon. And then we can link off the Lurie. Requiem. Requiem. Tribute itself. Summon Lacrima. We could go for an early Paradise here, because I think we have everything we need at this point. So if I do that, I go Requiem to attach. I send those to grave, which summons out Necroquip. And before I do anything else, I can activate Anubis to search for Man with a Mark, I believe. Yeah. Search for the Man with a Mark. And then Necroquip Princess draws a card here. Another Anubis. Well, at least it's out of the deck, I guess. And then we can go Engraver. Put back Lurie. No, I don't think it's Lurie. I think it's always Lacrima, right? Because Requiem... No, wait, hang on. No, it's definitely Lurie. Definitely put back Lurie, summon itself. If they have nothing here, then you just overlay for Caesar. The rest of your hand's kind of asshole, though. Not much. Really, you'd just be playing Wave High King and the Send Off Paradise. Because if this gets stopped, then you're pretty screwed. Like, obviously, don't get me wrong, obviously pure Odeon is much worse. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if this deck is that good. I mean, it'd be the same thing here, right? Engraver. Add tract. Tract. Add Lurie, special Lurie. Link. Requiem, priority Requiem. Lacrima. Lacrima. Probably just send off the early Paradise. Because Requiem will equip. So we're always going for Caesar here. We're never going for... I don't think you're ever going for Desiree on your first turn in this. I don't think it's necessary. You can go Anubis. Add Man with the Mark. Necroquip Princess effect to draw a card. Why am I drawing these fucking... Dude, there's no... I'm an adult. I almost just lost myself there. Draw any other card. Of course. This is what I mean. Like, it's so inconsistent, even off the draws. Because now you're just like... You're hard praying that Ash Blossom didn't screw you over here. Like, yeah, you're going to get DDD in the Send, which is 3 interruptions, plus Ash Valor is 5. But if it was just any, like, Apophis-based trap, then so much better. Of course. What a hand, am I right? What, just use Tract, add Send Lurie? Wonder if this even gets me anywhere. Lurie. Requiem. Requiem effect. This. Effect. I have to send Engraver here. And then Requiem. Attach for Princess. And then I'd actually be forced to go for Paradise. And then use Necroquip to draw a card. Well, that solves all my problems. Guess we'll make sure. Prosperity for... We're always going 6 here. I think you're always grabbing Anubis. And then Anubis for Man with the Mark. Now, because I had to add Paradise, I think we have to use this. Put back the Engraver, summon it. Then link into Sequentia, Sequentia for the fusion, and then go into Man with the Mark. Because we need Desert Rayon field because now we have Paradise in hand. As like our last resort. Because I don't think going into DDD is a good option there. Because now you don't have a way to really get the trap out. Because we needed the draw. We had to be able to draw something into a Odeon engine there. Which again, like, this is not it, right? I mean, decks right now we're running what, like, up to, like, anywhere between 12 to 20 hand traps. Like, I feel like you should highly suspect to get hit with a hand trap on Man with the Mark. I guess I could put the Fiendsmith stuff in Yubel if I really wanted to. Just to make it like an actual Fiend pile. Because otherwise, here's what I'm looking at, right? Is are hands like this if I go to a regional with this deck. See how much worse the Blue Eyes stuff is before I make that call. So I have to get rid of one or the other. This is the Blue Eyes deck. Let's see. I feel like I have less of a chance bricking with this deck than I do the other. Yeah, I mean that's pretty good. Yes, I do play the Neo Kaiser. I think Neo Kaiser is a really good card. Mausoleum gives you an additional normal. So I think, or Mausoleum gives you an additional one, but Sage, if that gets hit, I think that's fine. Yeah. No, that's fine. Because we don't even have to use Spirit. And just activate it. Summon out Neo. What does this do? Or one monster that mentions it. Oh, you know what? Wait, whoa. I gotta read my cards. That's why I was playing this in the first place. Hang on. So I think you just normal Kaiser. Link this. Then you send Maiden. Mausoleum sends Blue Eyes. Spirit summons back out Blue Eyes, which summons out Maiden. And then at the very least, you can go into Spirit. And then normal Sage. If that gets stopped, that's fine. I don't think that's an issue if it gets stopped there. I mean, it's still 2 negates with Ash, so 3. I think that was Ash in my hand. Yeah. I definitely got to make room. Oh, of course, you draw the True Light. Can Maiden activate it from hand? Yeah, it can. Yeah. So what? Ether Barrel, which sets Lordly Load. And you activate Lordly Load, which adds Drill Beam. And you can link this off for Spirit. Yeah, so Drill Beam's online now. This adds Mausoleum. Effect target the Spirit. Some Blue Eyes. Activate Maiden to put up True Light. True Light, which pitches a card. Right, because this can activate. Yeah. To add or set wishes. Oh wait, no, it doesn't pitch for cost. I'm an idiot. It's wishes that does. So you go wishes, pitch. That adds Sage and the trap card. Majesty. I think we're good so far. We can activate I mean, Nibiru definitely sucks here. So I think we just go Sage, Sage effect, add Valor. I think we just have to go all in here, right? Summon, effect, summon. Sync over Spirit. And then Spirit, Tribute for Blue Eyes. Activate Wishes, Banish for cost. To attach Neo. And then you can Synchro Sage for another Spirit. And you can activate Lordly Load. Summon out Blue Eyes. Set 2. Set 3. Which, I mean, obviously, if you get nibbed here, it's awful. But at the same time, this is better than anything I was able to put up with Odeon. I mean, you have the stuff from Graveyard. You have the negates, 2 pops. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 interrupts. And it only sucks if True Light gets hit. Yeah, it's not bad. It just really bugs me how like terrible True Light is. I think at the end of the day, I probably have to get rid of Odeon. I think between Blue Eyes, Primite, and Odeon, I think Blue Eyes is the better deck. Let me see one more hand. I mean, yeah, it's already crazy. It's a wild hand. Yeah, I mean, normal. Now, theoretically, you could save this, but I'll be right back. All right. Yeah, so I think I'm going to get rid of Odeon. I'm going to put away the rest of this stuff, but I think for now, that's going to be the end of the stream. We're like 2 hours now. It's pretty much all the time I had, so for those of you who joined in, thank you. Thanks for talking. Thanks for chatting. Thanks for being here. And yeah, I'll be back in a little bit. Oh, maybe later today. Maybe like tonight I'll come back for streaming for a little bit, but otherwise I'll probably be back tomorrow. So thanks for coming by. Appreciate you all, and I will see you all. I have seen the new board wipe spell before I go. I just saw your comment. I have seen the new board wipe spell. It's insane. That's going to be a secret rare. It's really cool. And if you'd like to talk more about it, the gate thing, if you'd like to talk about it when I'm back tonight, then please do. I do think that spell is worth talking about. So thanks for stopping in real quick. But yeah, I'm going to head out. So have a good day, everyone. And